Aaron, how much of a boost is that when the offense can put up 5 there in the first, 2 in the second?
That was huge, especially, playing the Red Sox. Good ball club coming in. Getting a couple runs there early for Will, just helped us kind of settle into the game, and then, continuing to keep the pressure on them. They kind of fought back there throughout the whole game, but, for us to continue to, if it was just one run in certain innings in the middle there, that was big time for us.
Seems like Jazz has been rolling since coming off the IL. Just have you noticed anything different about his approach since he's been back?
Just using the whole field. The guy's, he's a game changer. The guy he'll steal bases, put the ball in play all over the park. Guys on base, big spot, come up with a big homer for us. It's just, that's why we traded for him, why we got him. He can change the game with one swing or just one play.
You talked about dialing it back a little bit, like playing at 70% instead of 100%. For a player, how difficult can that be, but also how helpful can it be to not maybe overdo things?
Yeah, for the most part, when you step out there in Yankee Stadium, the adrenaline's going to be flowing. It's really just about slowing everything down and just take a nice, easy approach, nice, easy swing, and that's what I feel like I saw tonight. Even the homer swing to center field. I was out there at second base, and it looked like he just took a nice, easy swing on a tough curveball there, and hit it 415 feet out to center field. So it's just, I'm looking forward to seeing more of that.
What do you think allowed the offense as a whole to get to Buehler the way you did?
It's tough to say. We saw him a little bit last year. Saw him in spring. He's one of the best righties in the game for a while now. So, guys are just taking on some good swings on some good pitches early and just getting in good counts. I think that was the biggest thing. Guys were laying off some tough stuff, and you getting a good count against a good pitcher, it's hopefully going to work out on your side.
What did you think of Warren today?
He was great. Great attacking the zone. I think that was the biggest thing is, getting strike one, getting ahead. You get ahead against a good lineup like this with some, good lefty bats. Really going to work out in your favor.
What does Jazz do for this clubhouse with the energy that he brings, kind of makes the mood upbeat all the time? Does that lift you guys up at all?
Definitely, but I think it's just what he does on the field. We can talk about what he does in the clubhouse all day, but I think it's just the energy he brings on the field. Seeing him steal the bases, he makes great plays at third. Starting off playing the Red Sox, a 3-run homer there in the first. That's all energy you need right there. He kind of set the tone for us, and he does it on both sides of the ball, and it's just been impressive. We're definitely missing him when he was out, and glad to have him back.